100%, I do not see a law firm like this taking on this case and taking on Philip Morris unless they really believe that this case could be won. Period. Welcome back to Broke Man Finance. My name is Adam, and in this video, we are going to talk about HCMC. We're going to cover the lawsuit and the lawsuit updates. We're going to cover what I think is going to happen with said lawsuit, and if they win this lawsuit, what that share price could actually be, realistically. But before moving on, make sure you do me a favor and slide down to that description box below, and there is where I have a list of financial tools that I use on the daily to help me save and make money. And while you're at it, make sure you go up a little bit more and hit that red subscribe button so you can hang out with us for a little while longer. Healthier Choices Management, or HCMC, owns both Ada's Natural Market, a 18,000 square foot full service grocery store serving the Fort Myers, Florida area, and then they own 3 Paradise Health and Nutrition locations in the greater Melbourne, Florida area. That's not a lot to put your confidence into, but all great companies have to start somewhere, and I don't know what the plan is with the grocery store, but they have one. Healthier Choices extend past just healthy eating. They also own 9 vape stores across the southeast United States, but primarily located in Florida. Okay, as I mentioned in my previous video on this company, the biggest catalyst they have right now is against tobacco giant Philip Morris. That's why this stock is getting so much attention as of late. It is not because of the one grocery store that they have. They're being sued. Philip Morris is being sued by HCMC for patent infringement. When I first heard of the lawsuit, I thought, well, good luck with that, HCMC. You're talking about a company that is used to being in a courtroom. They've been sued numerous times. This is a mega giant company with incredible attorneys and a lot of experience in this field. This is certainly a David and Goliath type situation. HCMC is a grocery store and a vape shop taking on big tobacco. However, before you start smashing dislike buttons, I think they can win this thing. I think they have a legitimate shot. And to sum up why I think they can win, listen to this. Philip Morris's patent is for a product that stays under 350 degrees and has zero combustion. HCMC's patent is for partial combustion. Philip Morris's IQ-OS system can only operate using the partial combustion patent. Currently, Philip Morris does not own nor sell a single device that stays below 350 degrees and is combustion free, which is what is patented by HCMC. Should the case reach the courts, the only thing HCMC has to do is show that the IQ-OS device that they have only uses partial combustion. As long as they do that, that should be fine because that is exactly what the patent is for. And if Philip Morris is using that exact thing, well, they're in trouble. Just to get a little sciencey, Philip Morris will have to prove that pyrolysis does not occur in their product, which is impossible. No pyrolysis leads to no tobacco being burned, which leads to that IQ-OS system for Philip Morris not working. And they sold that 350 degree thing to the FDA so they could get it approved to bring to market. That's a no-no. The latest news on March 11th, the court granted a joint motion giving HCMC until March 22nd of this year, obviously, to file its response to Philip Morris's motion to dismiss. Now, the deadline for the defendants, Philip Morris, to file their reply is April 16th of this year. This marks the first time since Philip Morris and HCMC have jointly agreed on something and suggests the two companies may already be in serious discussions behind the scenes. Now, first, whenever the news came out about the dismissal, people kind of freaked out. They thought, well, this is a wrap. Philip Morris is going to crush HCMC. If they're filing for a dismissal, they're probably going to get it. Not necessarily. Filing for a dismissal is a common thing in every level of court cases, especially if you don't have really that much of a defense, especially if you're caught red-handed, you're caught lying. It is very common to try to get this thing thrown out on a formality or whatever. It's one of those things like, why not file for it? What is there to lose? I personally think that it'll get denied, and I just don't see this thing going to trial. A trial would be a terrible thing for Philip Morris, especially with their history. What I think will happen is they're going to come up with a settlement. I believe a discussion for a significant settlement is underway. We just don't know any numbers or facts about it yet. I think HCMC's got them, 100%. I think HCMC has got Philip Morris, and I just do not see this going to a trial. HCMC is requesting a trial by jury. It will be so easy to paint Philip Morris in a terrible light. They've had multiple infringement issues in the past. It would be easy to paint them as just some big bully on the block that's just picking on little companies because it's Philip Morris. They are a giant company. And historically, looking at all the issues they've had, it would be easy to build up a habit of behavior when it comes to the infringement side and prove, like, of course they probably did it. And the other thing is, well, HCMC is not necessarily hurting for cash. Their financials are pretty decent. So the argument for Philip Morris to say, well, their intent to sue us is just because they're financially burdened, well, they don't have that argument. So I see a significant settlement coming down the pipe sooner than later. Representing HCMC is Cozen O'Connor, ranked among the top 100 law firms in the country and employs more than 775 attorneys in 29 cities across 2 continents. The firm's diverse client list includes global Fortune 500 companies, middle market firms poised for growth, high-profile individuals, and now HCMC joins that list, who must have a seriously solid case against Philip Morris. These guys have won the top law firm in the country before. They are 100% for real, 100% legit. They have the luxury of picking their battles. They don't have to just take on any case that comes their way because they have bills to pay. Their bills are paid. 100%. I do not see a law firm like this taking on this case and taking on Philip Morris unless they really believe that this case could be won. Period. All right, let's talk about that share price because I'm seeing some just insane figures out there. There's people on YouTube right now spouting off crazy numbers that I believe they're completely lying to you to get a like on their videos. I'm not going to name names, but I want to be real and honest with you for a minute. If you appreciate that, then of course I would love to get a like from you, but a lot of people are going to dislike this because it may not be what you want to hear, but it's probably what you need to hear. I'm hearing figures as much as $5 and $10 per share, and it's just not going to happen, people. I would love more than anything, if you're sitting there with 1 million shares right now, I would love more than anything for you to see that share price tick up to $10 and you are a millionaire and never have to work again. But it's not that easy. On a more realistic note, could it hit $1? Yes, but there's still some things that need to happen. First, they got to win this case. They got to get some extra capital, and with that extra capital, they need to buy back some shares. What I realistically think is going to happen is that, but we don't know how much they're going to get back, so we don't know how much they'll be able to afford to buy back. But I could definitely see a reverse split coming to try to push that share price up. Now, it doesn't really change the value of your shares, but it could actually get it up to $1. Be very, very careful when you're looking at this. Based on their float right now, if they were to get to $1, that would put them at I think it would be around $100 billion. To put that in context, Ford is like a $40 billion company right now, approximately. Ford, I think they're a great company, but we are nowhere near, if ever, $100 billion business here. I just want to be frank. Now, what do I think it could actually get to? I think 10 cents a share, which would be an incredible return for a lot of your money, that especially if you've been holding this for a little while. Anywhere from 10 to 20 cents until they start reverse splitting and driving that share price up and buying back shares. That is a much more realistic number. So please, please, please be careful whenever you're investing. Please do not invest your life savings into this, believing that this thing is going to go to $5 and $10 and you're going to be a millionaire. Could it? Absolutely. They could also lose the lawsuit tomorrow and it all be null and void, and now you're basing all your life savings on a grocery store and 9 vape shops. Although they're doing great financially for what they are, that's still a huge risk. Only invest into a penny stock like this what you are willing to lose. Let me know what you think that share price is going to get to in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I hope you guys stay safe out there. I hope your stocks continue to tick up, especially HCMC if you've got a chunk of change in it. And I hope everyone out there takes care.